Hi everyone, welcome back to YouTube classes. It's Divya here with class 9 physics. Now in our last video we have seen what is reflection, what are the terms related to reflection and what are the laws of reflection. Now today in our class we are going to discuss the topic formation of image by reflection. So in this topic mainly we will recollect the difference between the two types of images which we have already learned. Then you will come to what are the characteristics of image formed by a plane mirror. Okay, so let's go to the video. Now to start with the images formed by a plane mirror, let us recollect what you have learned it in your smaller classes. That is, images formed are mainly of two types, real images and virtual images. Now let us recollect what are the differences between them. Now real images, it is formed due to actual intersection of reflected rays, whereas virtual image, it is produced when you extend the rays backward or they are not actually intersecting. Now a real image can be obtained on a screen, but a virtual image you cannot obtain it on a screen. Now a real image is always inverted with respect to object, but a virtual image is always erect with respect to the object. What do you mean by inverted and erect? What do you mean by inverted? Inverted means it will be if the object will be like this, the image you are going to get will be inverted like this. Now what about virtual image? Erect means if you are having the object like this, image will also be like this, isn't it? Now example is also given there, that is the image of an object formed by a concave mirror is real and that of a convex mirror is going to be virtual. Okay, so hope you all have recollected your past classes.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my classes. So in all your some previous videos we have seen what motion, graphical representation, so and so. Now when you hear about motion generally, an important thing you are learning will be this, or hearing will be Newton's laws of motion, right? Now in our class today we are going to discuss Newton's laws of motion, and as you know that you are having Newton's laws of motion, there are three laws of motion, out of which the first law of motion we are going to discuss it today in our class. Now first law of motion, sometimes you can see it as law of inertia. Now, as I told you in the very first class, in the basics of motion, we all are very interested in traveling. Majority of us, right? So, when you are traveling across, you might have seen this board somewhere or other, right? Or this is going to be a law in our country, wherever we are. That is, whenever we are traveling, we have to wear the seat belt. Now, apart from being a law, have you ever thought what will be the scientific reason behind this? Or to get another example, see, as you can see here, whenever you are traveling, let's suppose you are traveling in a car at a speed of 80 meter per hour or 80 kilometer per hour. Now, you can see a wall here, right? So as you see in this small clipping, as the vehicle is moving and hitting the wall, the vehicle will be coming to rest, but the person inside that will be falling like out at 80 kilometer per hour itself. So normally with accidents, this is.
Now next you are going to see what about, see you have seen a point object, isn't it? Second case you are going to see about an extended object. So when you come to an extended object, you can see an extended object or not a point object. That is only mean by your extended object. So automatically from both the ends you are going to have the rays like this, isn't it? Now as usual, once it falls on the mirror, it is going to reflect back, and here also they are not going to intersect each other. You are just going to produce it backward so that they are going to meet at a point, thereby you are going to get an image here. Now when you analyze this image, you can see that the image formed is exactly of the same size as that of your object, isn't it? Here also it is erect, virtual and erect. Got it? Now second thing which you have to note it here is, if you analyze the distance from the mirror, the distance of the object from the mirror will be equal to the distance of the image from the mirror, or behind the mirror and in front of the mirror, both object and image is going to be equidistant from the mirror. So these are the few points you are going to get it from the second case you are going to consider. Now when you talk about the image formed by a plane mirror, the next one very important point you are going to learn is lateral inversion. Okay, now lateral inversion, see well in the screen itself you can see one example there. You have seen this ambulance written upside down, isn't it? Now if you are traveling in a vehicle, in front of that, if you read it through the glass, your side glass, you can read it as ambulance itself properly. Why? The glass there is going to be a plane, isn't it? Or a plane mirror is being kept there. You will be able to read that ambulance properly. But if you see the ambulance, you will see it as upside down. See, this is nothing other than your lateral inversion. That is the image formed by an plane mirror. In that case, the right side of the object appears to be the left and the left of the object appears to be the right of the image. See, this inversion in sides in image formation, you call it as lateral inversion. Okay, or the change when an object is placed in front of a plane mirror, the right side of the object appears to become the left side of the image and the left side of the object appears to become the right side of the image. This change of side of an object and its mirror image is called lateral inversion. Okay, so these are the points you are going to recollect it together, and let us now form the characteristics of a image formed by a plane mirror. Let us come to the conclusion. Now here we have going to conclude all what we have seen now. That is, what are the characteristics of the image formed by a plane mirror. Let us see one by one. Image formed by a plane mirror is always virtual and erect. That is going to be the first point. Now from the second set, that is when you are going to see extended image, you go the size of an image is equal to that of the object. That is going to be the second characteristic. Now the image formed is far behind the mirror as the object is in front of it. See, we have seen it in the figure. It is not formed on the same side. Behind the mirror only the object image you are going to get. And that is the third characteristics. And the last and important characteristics, that is the image is laterally inverted. So this is what we have learned today, the 4 characteristics of image formed by a plane mirror. Okay. Hope you all have got the important 4 characteristics of image formed by a plane mirror. Now as your homework, you are having the image formation of 2 or 3 figures as I shown you here. You are having 2 or 3 figures in your textbook. Learn to draw those figures as such, because directly to draw the figure can also be asked, or else half of the figure will be given. The rest you have to complete it by yourself. So make sure now itself you learn to draw that figure properly. Okay, how the image is being formed if an object is given to you. Got it? With this, we are winding up today's portion. Thank you. Stay safe.